Starting over. That might sound like a very scary concept, or it might sound like a really exciting new opportunity. The art of reinvention is a tale as old as time, but I think that it can really apply to you in this season, this era of your life, and I'm going to help you through it. Starting over can feel like failure, especially if you're starting over because something specifically didn't work out. But it doesn't have to be failure. It can be a really great time to reflect on what you really want and take advantage of the time you have now to declutter, reset, like I've been talking about, and just get excited for the future. I personally had to kind of start over in a way with what I really wanted for my content, and then also what I wanted professionally in my career. I have stopped working with clients in the past few months, and I've taken advantage of that time in stepping away from that and putting energy into that to regroup and decide what I want to do moving forward. I also recently had a job interview that I was recruited for, and it didn't work out, and that kind of threw me into a funk as well. But I have regrouped, and in losing out on something, a lot more opportunities have opened up and more opportunities for myself to decide where I'm moving forward from here. So how do we approach a fresh start? I've talked about resetting your mind and dealing with the burnout recently, and I think that approaching a fresh start means you have to let go of some things you're holding on to, whether that's actual projects, whether that's physical files on your computer that are taking up too much space. Just delete, just refresh. But you need to find what is kind of weighing you down and what is not serving you anymore, and you need to just get rid of it all and push forward. Like for me, I was cleaning my space and reorganizing myself, but I was also deciding what I wanted to do with client work. Like, for example, I stopped working with clients just in the past few months, and that is a position I'm in because I'm doing other things with content creation and stuff like that. But I want to start working on specific other projects that will then bring me business later and maybe clients later. So I'm doing some things behind the scenes, but I had to let go of specifically like putting time and energy into working with clients that were not really working out anymore. It just wasn't where I was supposed to be. And I had to let go of that, even though that felt like a bit of a failure as well. And then recently having a job opportunity pop up and interviewing, that actually helped my confidence. If anything, I interviewed really well, and I know I did a really good job. At the end of the day, it was just specific credentials that didn't match up, or maybe just wasn't the right match for the job, but it was a good experience, and it made me realize that I actually can do it. And I just got so much confidence from that interaction that I feel really good about moving forward as a professional. I don't feel like I'm so as unqualified as I think I am. It's also time to shift your mindset. What do you want to start approaching in a new way? What do you want to try? This is all about visualizing new possibilities. So maybe you want to try journaling. Maybe you want to try out some classes you've never done before. Maybe it's a really good time to learn some new design skills. It's also a really good time to start working on a new project. So for me, I'm working on a new project. I'm kind of loving this like wintry feel for a brand idea, but I'm not sure where I want to go with it. So I decided to make a mood board. Now, mood boards are all about your work in progress. They can be collage style. They can just be individual photos that you print and cut up into little pieces and hang up, but you can do whatever you want with these, and they're just for inspiration. So I have some from Pinterest because they're just for inspo, but I also have some photos that are from Pexels, like copyright free, that I might use within the brand later. But right now I'm just getting my thoughts organized and getting my visual organization on. Printing things out physically can also be very, very helpful, and just looking at what you want to move forward with visually within a new project, a new passion project, if you're working on your portfolio, something new, or even if you are making a vision board. So I also think it would be a great idea to work on a vision board for the new year. Print something out, or even just make it digitally if you can't print, but make it digital, get started, open up Photoshop, whatever you need to do, and get collaging and get excited. And vision boards don't have to be set in stone. They're literally just big overarching goals you want to accomplish. Maybe you want someone's life. Like, take a picture of that life and say, I'm going to focus on working toward that. And yeah, it's just the best, honestly, to make vision boards, because you can always look back at it and be like, am I working toward these things? Even visually, am I working towards those things with my design work? Or what is it? Like, what is it about those things that really inspire you? So I really think a vision board will really help you if you are trying to refresh and get started on something new. Now, at the end of the year, before New Year's starts, you should decide what you want to try that's new. As a creative person, I know you are probably always itching to do something new as well, something outside of your comfort zone, and I have a few suggestions for you. You can take a ceramics class, you can try sewing, you can try taking pictures. You could start going to art lectures or exhibitions in your area. You can take a group fitness class if that helps you get out of the house and reset your mind. And it also might be a cool time to try tarot reading or astrology reading from somebody. I personally would like to get an astrology reading from somebody. I know this is not for everyone, so only take this advice if you agree and you're into that type of thing. But yeah, I kind of want to check it out and see what someone would say, like, I need to focus on in my future. I just think astrology is really cool, and I think it would really help me reflect on what I really want. Now, I have some actionable steps for you to take in this new beginning, because this can feel like a lot of just empty words, but I want you to decide what you really want to do with this fresh start. So if this is about starting your portfolio or actually just changing your portfolio, maybe you already have one, getting started for the first time also, like, you have no idea what to do. I have portfolio videos, don't worry. But I want you to focus on the small things first. These things can feel so overwhelming when you're like, okay, fresh start, let's get started on my new life. Like, where am I starting? So break it down into really small bits at a time. So your task, if you're starting a portfolio, should not be, okay, I need to make my portfolio. That is going to be so stressful and overwhelming to get started on, right? So I want your steps to be, I want to make this specific project. I have had it in mind, I'm inspired by this, and I want to make that. Or it could be, I really want to learn how to do that specific thing. So learn that specific tool, go on whatever program you need to go on to do it, and just learn that so you can kind of copy and then modify into what you want to make it. So get learning and get started in small ways instead of just the overarching ways, like, okay, I need to make a portfolio. No, I need to just start with one tool, one project. And I've been saying this, but it's also a really great time to just get a skill refresh, get started on something new. I am personally starting to study typography even more. I mean, I've studied it, but I need to study it way more and get into really specific things because I want to be a type expert. And that's what I'm going toward in the future. So for me, instead of just saying, okay, I'm going to learn type more, that's huge. Like, where do I even start? Where do I begin? I'm going to start with, I want to read this specific book on type. I want to download this specific program on type. And I want to follow these new leaders on type or listen to a podcast. So there's specific things that I can do to get started. It's a great time to freshen up your skills, and that's a great way to kind of have a restart in what you really want to do. Are you stuck in something, in some sort of job or some aspect of design that doesn't feel like you, like specifically brand design, you just don't want to make logos? Then don't do it. It's okay. You can find your own niche. You can find your own stuff within design that is you. And if you want to leave design completely, that's okay too. We're all always figuring it out. It can be very scary and daunting, but it can also be really exciting to feel like you have to start over or it's time to start over. Sometimes admitting that is just the first step, and it's okay. What are you starting over in? This can be a whole career change. This could be a creative direction you want to move in. This can be just the vision you have for yourself in the next year. Maybe you had goals for yourself and you said, I didn't even meet them. Like, but is that what I want? So just reset yourself. And I know I've been making these videos about resetting and then, your creative career changing. And I've been doing all these types of videos lately, but I really do feel like this one was valuable for getting started and starting over if you need to. Like I said, I've lost out on a couple of things lately, but I've never felt so confident in my own career and my decisions. And it's because I don't always have complete control. Life is gonna life, but I know that I'm equipped with my own skills and what I'm studying and what I'm focusing on, what I'm moving forward with. Like, that brings me excitement, and I know that I am the expert that I say I am. So I'm ready to tackle this fresh start. I have recently lost a job. I have stopped working with clients. I have not met some of my yearly goals, and that's okay. It could feel like failure, but it also is time for something new. Because I'm also feeling the most creative I've ever felt. I'm making the best quality videos I've ever made, and I'm being super consistent on social media with my content creation. And on top of that, I'm learning typography. Like, I'm having a great time learning something new. It's all about perspective, and there is no one way to do anything. So celebrate your small wins, and let's get started. Or start over. That was the video I have for you. I hope it helped you with even just a morsel of information. I am so happy to share all this stuff right now, and I am posting so much more everywhere with all these different types of valuable content for you over on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube Shorts, here obviously on my channel, in my community. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'm also going to be doing TikTok VLOGMAS. So I'm going to be doing VLOGMAS 24 videos until Christmas from December 1st. So I guess I'll film on December 1st, so from December 2nd. But yeah, as we speak, that is starting, and I am so excited about it. I really just randomly decided to do that. So I'm really happy that I can make super fun things for you. So go follow me over there on TikTok. It's linked below, and we're going to have so much fun, and hopefully you'll get a lot of graphic design tips from me all over the place online. So I will see you in the next video. Please like this video if you liked it, and leave me a comment on what you are getting started on in this new year, end of year, or what are you trying to start over with? What do you feel like you need to start over with? So yeah, let me know. I love to chat, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.